Morning, guys. We're on Hebrews chapter 10, reading from verse 35 to 39. Therefore, do not throw away your confidence, which has a great reward. And so, as we go through different trials, and as we run this race of life, and we look unto Jesus, the perfecter and the author of our faith, let's not throw in the towel. Let's not give up. Let us persevere. Because there's a great reward, a really, really great reward at the end. Verse 36, for you have need of endurance, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. Folk often don't understand that it's the will of God that we suffer. They often think that it's Satan that causes us to suffer, but it's actually God's will that we suffer, as Christ suffered. He says we need to daily pick up our cross. That means we need to die to self and follow after Jesus. And so suffering is part and parcel of the Christian life. And so when you have need of endurance, it says again, verse, so that when you have done the will of God, you may receive what is promised. So we need to endure to the end in order to receive that promise. Matthew 24 verse 13 says, but the one who endures to the end will be saved. It's those that actually keep on keeping on to the end. Those are the ones that will be saved. Verse 37, for yet a little while, and the coming one will come and will not delay. And so knowing that Jesus is coming, knowing that he could come even today, we need to be prepared. We need to be ready. We need to be like those virgins with our lamps lit. And so that readiness always helps us to keep on keeping on until he comes, so that when he does come, we are found ready. We're not found doing something that's not of God. Verse 38, but my righteous one shall live by faith, and if he shrinks back, my soul has no pleasure in him. And so the writer of the Hebrews is always saying, press on, enter the rest, keep going, go into God's presence, don't turn back, don't give up. And here again, the same words. If he shrinks back, if you shrink back, you're not going to make it. You have to keep on keeping on. Verse 39, but we are not of those who shrink back and are destroyed, but of those who have faith and persevere their souls. And so again, verse 38, by faith. 39, by faith. This perseverance isn't a work we do with our works. It's by faith in the works of Christ. And so we persevere in faith. So faith is always the answer to persevering. Having our eyes fixed on Christ, the things to come, and having faith and hope in those things. Having faith that God will carry us through. Not having faith in our ability to be able to make it to the end. That's a faith that works. So let's read a couple of scriptures that are related to endurance. One's in Hebrews 6 verse 12, so that you may not be sluggish, but imitators of those who through faith and patience inherit the promises. So it's not be sluggish, don't be lazy, but let's imitate those who have suffered in the past and have been faithful all the way to the end. James 1 verse 3, knowing that the testing of your faith produces endurance. And so we know that this testing, these trials, are producing something good. It's producing us to have patience, to have long suffering. It's dealing with our hearts. It's humbling us. It's producing godly characters in us. Produces perseverance, Romans 5 verse 3, and not only this, but we exult in our tribulations, knowing that our tribulation brings about perseverance. Verse 4 of Romans 5, and perseverance, proven character hope. And ultimately we want that hope that we will be saved if we persevere. And so as these trials come, they produce these characteristics, including the characteristics of hope. Amen.